Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I'm opening a box. This is technically a box from one of my subscribers who won a giveaway. And they won the 5K giveaway. They won the Rockscale Design paramilitary 2 scales, and I had said to them, you know, I can mail you the scales, or if you feel uncomfortable installing scales, I'd be happy to install them for you, or you mail me a knife, mail me your paramilitary 2. So they did that, but they're also mailing me a loaner knife that we're going to check out as well. We'll do the install as a separate video, but we're going to check out the loaner knife first, because the install is going to take a little bit of time, and it's kind of late, but I was really excited to check out the one they're going to allow me to check out. So let's see what we have in here. All right, so it's a Grimsmo knife, but this is the knife I'm going to install the scales on. I'm just going to take a look real quick just to see what we got. Oh, he did. Sweet. He got a Magna Cut Salt Series. Yeah, that's going to look really nice. That's almost a replication of, I'll show you mine, except mine is not the same. So I did my Salt Series on the regular gray scales, right? And I did the install, but on my Burple scales, I did CPM S90V and with a CME, so that's pretty cool. But that's going to look really nice, I think. And I do like the Salt Series. Typically, see the action. Yeah, look at that. The action's really nice on this. It's already really, they did such a good job on the Salt Series, I have to admit. There's a reason why this got Blade Show Knife of the Year. This won 2024 Blade Show Knife of the Year. It's a really good knife, so it'll be a fun install. I can't wait to do that. I think he'll really, really enjoy that. All right, so today I was opening up with my Rob Johnson's Cedar. This is the titanium, black anodized titanium with the RWL34 step milled pattern blade. Very, very cool. Love this knife. Such a fun knife. All right, so he sent a Grimsmo knives, and this is a beautiful case, by the way, and a Nook case. So let's take a look at this. Oh ho! Wow. Wait, is it paperwork back there? Sometimes they have paperwork. Nope. It's just how it's in there. That's really cool, though. All right, this reminds me a little bit like a Hermit. Now, there's stuff under there. I just kind of curious, what do they have, just so I can see. Oh, it comes with oil and a tool. Oh my, let's just see what they have in there. This is a cool experience. I'm borrowing this knife. He's allowing me to check it out, and this is all the original stuff that's in there. So this is very cool. So if you were to get one, stone washed, streamlined bronze, blue. What do we got here? It's a Rask. It's RWL34 cryogenically treated. Can't talk. Ceramic bearings are S13 N4 ceramic bearings, and they send you a Grimsmo sticker. I'm surprised he doesn't have a little place for stickers. Very cool little tools in there. I like that, like a little tool to, looks like a T8 screwdriver. Is that? So how does that work? Is that like you can do that, and then, oh, it's a T9. So that's a good. I mean, I have a T9s, but some people may not have T9s. They may only have T6s and whatever. And of course, you know, that's their right to do something different. So this reminds me of both the Herman Sting, and it also reminds me of a bit of my Arno Bernard oh my gosh, why did I suddenly blank out on this? I can't. Dakar. My Arno Bernard Dakar. You're both in the same kind of league here as far as knives, right? But this is the Grimsmo. Now everyone talks about that. Now I've seen the other Grimsmo, one that I didn't care the way it looked, but this is definitely pretty cool. I like the bronze anodized. It's kind of like a Burple bronze. I don't know if that's possible, but that's what I'm seeing. Beautiful hardware. Love the little accents on the hardware. I think that's pretty stinking cool. Let me move the box out of the way so it doesn't show up in the camera. Don't want focus to be taken away. Look at that. And the little Grimsmo thing on there. Rask, this is number 2704, RWL34. That's the T9. T9's all the way around. Hidden hardware screw from behind. Very thin profile, very rounded. Doesn't feel sharp. Let's go ahead and give it a flip. Very nice. I don't know if they're cage ceramic bearings. It looks like it might be. All right, so we got a steel bar insert Is there an over travel stop in there? There is an over travel stop. Beautiful milling right there. That's really nice. Very impressive. All right, so we got a little cutaway here. Definitely a little cutaway, easy access to there. Let me see how easy is it to disengage. All right, so let's see, where's the clutch? So it looks like you clear the, ooh, very drop shutty. Now, do we have a ramp or anything? So where's it engaging? There's a detent ball in there. Yeah, there's a detent ball. Oh, no, is that a detent nub? No, it's a ball. Wait, no, wait. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We got to take a look at this. All right, so it's like a detent nub, ceramic nub. Well, there's like a nub on there and a detent. Huh. Well, I will tell you, there's even beautiful screws in there, too. I mean, if you're going to put screws on the inside, might as well make them look good. And that's what they're doing there. That's pretty amazing. Okay, wow. So I don't know if you can see that. There is like, it's not a perfectly rounded ball. It's more of a square. So it reminds me of a bit like a Holt Blade Works or what Brian Nadeau is doing. Or even Kaiser's, I think, looking at doing something like that. Boy, that action is ridiculous. Now, it is off-centered a little bit. A little to the left, it looks like. Let's see. Is it loose? No, it's not loose. Yeah, it is off a little. Well, I don't know. Hold on. No, I can't tell. Because it's very thin. Maybe I'm just off. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe it is dead center. All right, so you gotta be careful. Put any pressure on here. That makes that a little harder to actuate, right? The drop action is pretty extreme. So this is a guillotine. Now it does bounce, you see that? So when it comes down, it doesn't always lock in place. See, it bounced out. That's interesting. I love the guillotine action, and on my Holt Blade Works, which is similar in that regard, you get that, and it does have that drop action, but even that, I was able to tighten up a little bit and get a little more control drop. You see that? Now, this has a nub on here, which is a bit like what that detent ring is, but that's a little more drop shutty, right? I mean, that has the same thing. Even the Dakar is a detent ball in there, but when it drops, I mean, still, it's more controlled, right? But it is pretty guillotine. But this, whoo, this is definitely what I would consider guillotine. You better clear your finger or it's going to come get you. So if you have your fingers over here, you're definitely going to get you. But, I mean, if you love that, I think people who love Grimsmo knives, they really enjoy that. So that is cool. I can definitely see the appeal. It's very thin, very well done. Nice quality on there. The flipper works really well. I mean, just I got to watch my fingers getting over there. That's the thing. It's much easier to actuate if your fingers are a little low. And there's nothing to guide you to tell I'm too far over. For me, because it's so thin, I'm tending to put them over there. Now, that's fine. If I do that, I just got to get a better contact right there. You see that? If I'm out here trying to flip it, my fingers need to be off. Because if I'm out here and I put my fingers and I do this, oops, sorry, I wasn't doing it. If I'm out here, I'm going to tend to lock it, right? If I'm out here like this, it works just fine. Because if your finger's not on there, you can do, looks like, yeah, light, you can do the push button, and then you can do the light switch. They both work really, really well. Boy, that guillotine drop is very distinct. Very cool, but very distinct. That's really cool. Okay. Wow. Very, very cool. All right, so RWL34, definitely like a polished stone wash, which reminds me, now this is hand satin finish, right? That's something, oh no, Trevor Berger likes to do, but then Holt Blade Works tends to do, they have two different finishes. One, this one right here would be closer to that, but still pretty polished, right? It's what I would call a little more polished than this. But this looks stone washed, but it is very micro stone washed. So whatever they're using, the stones are very, very, very minuscule. So that's interesting, okay? But my other Holt blade works. This one has a much higher polished stone washed, and I would say it's closer to that, but still polished. But it seems like they're using maybe the same stone sizes there. So there you go. Interesting, interesting, interesting. All right, that's really cool. I do like comparing knives like that. I think that's pretty stinking cool. Let's see. Is it similar to the Oz? Yeah, it's similar, but it's more polished. So there you go. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Who would be similar? Would it be similar? Maybe it's similar to Chris Reeve. Like, yeah, they're Magna Cut. Maybe it'd be closer to that. Yeah, but that's still a more set and finish. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Enough comparing, but that's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. The action is really nice. Now, this is one of these where it's gonna drop really aggressively. I would be more inclined to, you know, I don't know if you could tighten that, but because it feels, it's locked in there. There's no blade play. The click is not super loud click, right? So when you listen to that, it's not super loud. That's more of the knife falling. Let's do it like this. Right? It's not super loud, but I will tell you, it does have a pretty crispy detent. Let's see, can we feel it? Ooh, that's because I caught it there. So let me see if I can do it without. No, I'm hitting it. So let me see. Okay. What I did is I did this, and it came up and it hit my finger, and that's why it failed. It wasn't because I failed it. I gotta see if I see if I clear the finger, no matter what. I'm trying to do as light as I can, but still making sure my finger it's not gonna not deploy. So the detent is just enough, right? If as long as my finger clears out of the way and I don't get my finger in the way, then this is going to deploy every time. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a really well-made knife. Really, really well made. Oh, I like the little touch there. That's nice. Nice rounded. Got a nice flexibility. Very consistent in the color and anodization. Yeah, impressive little knife. Let's see, what's the weight relief? Oh, good weight relief on the inside. That's nice. That's really nice. I love the colors. Every one of the screws inside are as artistic and beautiful as they are on the outside. Which is ironic. This screw seems like out of place here. But I mean, it matches this. But I would say like how beautiful these screws are, even for the steel bar insert over travel stop and the hidden hardware for the clip. It would be like, it would, I don't know. It seems like you would want it to match. But that's just me. Maybe it's a custom thing, right? And maybe the gentleman who allowed me to check this out decided he wanted it to be like that. It works. It works up here. And that's a nice touch back here. And if you look at it, it does look like it becomes more blue the further you go back. So that is interesting. Yeah, it's not as blue here, but more blue here. So it kind of graduates, or it's like a gradual. So I could see that. Man, that drop is just insane. It just wants to bounce. Just wants to bounce. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, very cool. This is the Grimsmo. What did I call it? It's not the Norseman. This is the. Oh my gosh! Come on, Robert. The Grimsmo Rask. Yeah, there you go. The Grimsmo Rask. So this is the Grimsmo Rask by Grimsmo Knives. Definitely first time I've ever handled one. I saw them at Blade Show. I did want to go over there. They were busy, and I wasn't really a fan of one of their other blade knives, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be just like another Herman Sting sort of thing. Definitely like this better. Now, don't get me wrong. Herman is a cool knife company, and I owned a Sting, and I sold it. But that was a catch and release. I never carried the knife. It didn't work for me. Still think it's a beautiful knife. Still like them a lot. Still recommend them. They have a beautiful sing, a beautiful song. They're definitely a cool knife. The one I got, this thing is just, it got uncomfortable after I would hold it here. The edge was a little sharp. So probably I'd have to get a bigger one. And at the time, I didn't have the funds for a bigger one, and I haven't found anything in the bigger one, any aesthetic that I like. So, you know, I think a Herman Sting, just like probably a Grimsmo, just like even my Dakar, I was very particular in which one I got. I wasn't going to just get any Dakar they had out there. I wanted something very exclusive, and I wanted carbon fiber, and I wanted the bronze accents. This is really what I wanted. And I finally waited, and I got the one I wanted. This to me is gorgeous, right? So I waited for that one. Likewise, I also waited for the Holt haptic. I wanted to get something that was the Burple, right? This is, you see the kind of gradual, I don't know if you can see it here. Maybe it doesn't show up on the camera, but the color changes are very distinct in these two knives in the light. So this goes from a purple or blue to pink. This goes from a kind of bronze anodized to a purple, and there's hints of pink in there. So it's like it almost has some of this in here, which I think is pretty stinking cool, right? Like this one here. This is also Magna Cut, by the way, and that's RWL34. But Magna Cuts is, I found out from some of the custom knife makers, it's really good steel. It's great to work with. There's a few interesting properties, especially if you have you put the blade stop pin in the blade. There's some things you have to keep in mind for that. All right, so very cool. So where is the blade stop? Oh, they do have the blade stop pin within the blade on this one. All right, so yeah, blade stop pin is in there. Now, I like minimal billboarding. It's all right up there. Very cool. The rest of the information is right in here. I think that's really cool, and I can't really see what it says, but it says Grimsmo knives or something like that. But that's really nice. Edge is pretty sharp. Pretty thin blade, not super thick. Comes to a nice thin pokey tip, which is great for getting into dog food, cat food, mulch fertilizer. Now, knife like this, just like a Dakar, just like a Holt Blade Works or Rosie, you're probably not going to be necessarily working out in the yard with one of these guys. These tend to be a little nicer knives that you would probably do with a little more gentleman carry, you know, work carry, you know, like if you're in the office sort of thing. So I think that's kind of where I would think this one is. I don't know what the cost of one of these guys are. I'd have to look it up. I'm going to suspect it's probably in that $700 to $900 range. Could be a little more with some of the different anodization. They may add some costs. I know it does on any of the other manufacturers, right? I mean, like you can save $100 if you don't want carbon fiber, right? So there's a lot of things you can save on. So there you go. Just like even Rob Johnson, you know, on his knife, if you wanted a plain Jane one, you didn't want the step milling, this would definitely become cheaper. You get the step milling, you get the diamond pattern, the black anodization. That all adds to the cost because it adds time, adds labor, manufacturing costs, right? And these custom knife makers, they're going to be very particular in what they're doing. They're going to be very particular, and there's some certain things they're not going to allow it to slip out. So there you go. Very cool knife. Thank you for letting me check this out. I appreciate the channel member. I'll have to ask them if they're okay if I post who they are. If they don't, it'll be anonymous. Unless, of course, unless you know who won the scales, then you know who it is. So anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And also, if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button down below as well? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who likes the videos, who watches the videos, who appreciates the videos, and then who ultimately even subscribes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit that notification button down below as well so you can be notified of future content like this video. Appreciate you guys. And to all the channel members, a big thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys out there. A small way for me to say thank you is I do a channel members once a month giveaway. If you're, if you become a channel member, you're eligible for that. And then also, I also give all brand new channel members, or if you've been a channel member for a while and you've never asked for a sticker, you've never gotten a sticker, I give all new channel members a sticker. Rob's Nerdy Knife sticker. So email me with your name and address. I'd love to send you that sticker. If you're an Uber nerd and you upgraded your membership or signed up as an Uber nerd, make sure you let me know. You get a special exclusive sticker. It's an Uber nerd sticker, holographic sticker. It's pretty cool. A couple of small ways for me to say thank you. But usually it's never enough, right? Except for me just to be humbly grateful and thank you to you guys. You allow the channel to do things more quickly than I thought we ever could. So thank you, Thank you for your support, your encouragement, your partnership. To channel members, thank you for all the subscribers out there who watch the videos, who like them. You guys make this so much fun. There's times when it's been so hard. I work full-time. This is a hobby for me, right? I'm not a full-time YouTuber. It's not a full-time gig for me. For me, this is fun. I enjoy the community, I enjoy talking to you guys. So I appreciate you guys. I just want you to know that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. If you haven't already, also check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.